Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? How we doing, everybody, on this wonderful Wednesday? What we call a Wednesday grind. I know I'm coming to you by myself tonight. I usually don't come. Usually it's me and Queen Sarai for your transformational talk with Ray and Sarai, but she is doing her 5-day challenge today. So I figured I haven't had a chance to come in the last 2 days to come live. So I'm going to come live today. We're not going to do the full hour today. But I wanted to bear with me a second as I come in here, come into the room. Go ahead and tell me, shout out your name, shout out where you're from, shout out. It's snowed its butt off today in Hagerstown. I don't know where you guys are. What's going on, Richie? How you doing, brother? What's going on, Corey? But go ahead. It only takes you a minute. Go ahead, like it, share it. Somebody needs to hear this tonight because we're gonna go into a little conversation tonight about tonight's topic. My name is Raymond Wright. For those that have never met me, I am the founder of Right Way Leadership Transformational Coaching. And I always say, I'm your motivator, I am your inspirator, but most importantly, I'm your transformator. The most important thing that I want to do is that I want to help serve you, is to help you with the tools, the resources, and anything you need, overcoming the traumas, the naysayers, the haters, the blamers, and I want to help you to bridge that gap, right? Because it's all about building the pillars and bridging the gap from where you're at to where you want to go. There's a gap that each and every one of us have. There's a gap that each and every one of us deal with, whether it's something that's blocking us, whether it's a limiting belief, whether it's a setback, whether it's a relationship issue, it's a divorce, whether it's whatever it is, there's something that we need to overcome in order to get to where we want to go. And many times, tonight's topic is we're gonna get into this thing. What's going on, Clinton? How you doing, brother? We're going to get into this thing because tonight we're going to talk about you've been lied to. You've been lied to. And we're going to, if you guys have any questions, I'm going to try to answer the questions tonight. So usually I have Sarai with me so she can kind of multitask. I'm not as good as a multitasker. And I don't want to be here all night, but if you guys have questions, tonight is the perfect opportunity to ask questions. And I'll try to do my best to answer them if I see them. I can't promise you I'm going to see them because, I again, like I said, I'm not the greatest multitasker, but we're going to try. So just give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share these off. And then we are going to absolutely get started. And I hope you guys are having a blessed night. Let me know where you're coming from. Like I said, I think we got, 4 inches of snow today. My daughter said they were calling for like 12 to 18 inches. I don't know. Maybe I should pay more attention. Maybe I should pay more attention to the weather because I really don't. So anyways, we're going to get ready to get started. I just shared it off. I hope you guys are having a blessed night and we are ready to rock. So tonight it is you've been lied to, right? And we're going to take this thing on a couple different levels. I got my tea tonight. I'm not feeling the best. Yes, I did get a COVID test. I'm waiting for the results. But for the most part, I got some borderline symptoms. Better be safe than sorry. Because you just don't know nowadays. Everything's so hectic. Who knows what's going on with anybody? But I'm a firm believer that my God will protect me. I'm a firm believer that I will be healed and that I will be protected. South Florida, a little chilly. Clinton, you're not allowed to say 75 is a little chilly, bro. I have to send you a picture, man. It's like it's cold. It's cold. I would take 75 in a minute. It ain't even 75 in my house, Clinton. Like I got that electric heat pump. Like I'm not, it's too cold. Like, I'm like, you know what? We just need to be warm. That's all we need to be is warm. So good evening, Melissa. How you doing? I see Brittany's on here. How you doing, Brittany? I hope you guys had a blessed day. So like I said, we're going to get into this and we're going to talk tonight about you've been lied to. And there's so many different areas where we can really talk about this, right? And the first thing I'm going to say, for those that don't know me, I am the founder of Right Way Leadership Transformation, but I am also in the social retail industry, right? Where I help people and I serve people through products and services, and to where I help people build businesses. I help people build businesses. I help people build relationships. I help people build themselves. And the model is a lot of people in the network marketing industry, which a lot of people don't truly understand the industry. They think they do, but they really don't do. They've been lied to a lot from people that are in the industry, and they've been lied to a people a lot that don't know nothing about the industry. So there's this hot and cold. It's cold and rainy in Georgia. Does it snow in Georgia? Like, I know I sound ignorant. Melissa, but I really don't know. But I know we got our first snow of the year today. So, with that being said, is we're going to talk a little bit about this, right? So right now we are in the social media era, right? We're not in the conventional way of doing business anymore. We're in the social era way of doing business, right? So there's many different ways that we can approach this. Right now, what I'm seeing, right, is I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on LinkedIn, we're on all these different forms of social media, right? And a lot of people do not put it this way. A lot of people don't believe in the model, right? And those people that don't believe in the model, they're going to get left in the dust, right? The old way of doing things is over, right? But you must really understand the importance of building relationships. It still is a relationship era. We're never going to get out of the era of building relationships. And the most important part about any business, the most important part about any service is the relationship that you build with your clients, with your customers, and with your business partners, right? If you're not building relationships, if you're not moral, ethical, if you're not of good character, if you don't have good integrity, eventually it's going to show. It's going to show up in yourself. It's going to show up in your team, and you're not going to get the results that you say. Now, you have been lied to, and I'm going to explain that you have been lied to. So there's many people, right, that really truly believe they know the industry. They really truly believe they know what happens in network marketing, and we've all heard it. But I'm here to tell you, those people who have gotten in and those people who have quit, there's something that has happened to them, okay? There's something that either they didn't like, they didn't get the results that they seeked, they were with the wrong team, they were with the wrong company. It doesn't matter, whatever it is. People get bitter, people get angry, and if it doesn't work for somebody, or if somebody gets slighted in the wrong way, the first thing they say is what? It doesn't work. It's not worth it. It only helps the tops. It only does this. Well, let me tell you, right? Nobody is placed at the top of a mountain. Everyone climbs to the top of the mountain, and it takes years. People don't see the years. Now, let me tell you this. There's a 0.1% chance that those people that come into the industry absolutely kill it, rock it, and knock it out. Period. You don't see it a lot. Now, you see, this is the other side of you've been lied to. The people that come in and they give us a bad name. They give the industry a bad name because they tell the people who are very vulnerable. They tell the people who want something different. They tell them like, oh, you're going to do this in this amount of time, and you're going to be able to do this, and you're going to be able to do that. Well, I'm here to tell you, those people who team up with me, those people that I run with, first we have to eliminate some of the thoughts we have of ourselves. You have been lied to. You have been lied to through your whole life. You've been lied to that you can't make it. You've been lied to that you can make it. You've been lied to. Look, if you don't have your own thoughts, if you don't use your own judgment, if you don't have written down what you want, what you know, then you're going to fall for something every time that something gets put in front of you. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's indifferent, it really doesn't matter. The name of the game is, do you know what you want, and do you know what you're willing to do to get it? See, there is a learning process for everything. When I started in the HVAC trade, the mechanical, I got my mechanical master's license. When I started in the trade, at 21 years old, there was a learning curve, right? I started by insulating and sealing ductwork. That's what I started at, right? See, I didn't start as a refrigeration and a service technician. No, why? Because I didn't know anything. We all have to start at a point. We all have a place to start. So don't let nobody tell you it's going to be easy. Don't let nobody tell you you're going to have overnight success. Don't let anybody tell you that this is the best thing. That's the best thing. You have to do your research, right? Is there a product and a service that's being used by people right now? Not before, not that's going to be used in the future. Is there a product and a service that is benefiting people right now where they're at with what they got? And is it giving people results? That's one thing that I look for. And that's not for me. It's for you to decide, right? But as I know, is there a system in place that helps you win? Is it complicated? Do you have to connect all the dots by yourself? Do you have leadership? Do you have people? Do you have a team that's going to help you win? Right? See, I remember a long time ago, right? When I was told, and this has nothing to do with, but I was told, right, Ray, because of who you are and because of where you come from, the chances of you making it are going to be slim to none. These are the things that I was told. Raymond, you just don't have a good education. You don't have a specific education level, Ray. Ray, you just don't have the mindset. Ray, you're just full of anger. Ray, people like you can't make it because, see, I was told all these things. But it was when I found a company, it was when I found an industry in the network marketing industry where I had a couple people who were willing to pour some time into me. They saw that I was hungry. They saw that I was looking. They saw that I was ambitious. They saw that I was coachable. And they took me under their wing and they started to teach me some things. They started to show me that because of the product of who I was, did not have to be the gift that I could become. See, we can become anything we desire to become if we're willing to do the things that's necessary. But I'm going to tell you right now, in the transitioning process, in the process of changing, most people quit way before they reach their full potential. I'm going to be honest with you. And you have to stop listening to the people that there's only one way to do something. There's thousands, if tens of thousands of companies, there's tens of thousands of jobs. I refuse to be one of the ones that wakes up every day and gives my life to a paycheck, right? Because there's no security. People say they do it for security, but there's absolutely, see, I was watching, I can't remember what show it was, and they were asking the guy, and he's worth probably hundreds of millions of dollars, and they were asking the guy, they said, what did they ask him? I'm trying to think of the exact words. They were asking him this. They said, what's the greatest sacrifice I can't even remember. What's the worst investment you ever made? I think it was like, what's the worst investment you ever made? And his answer was being an employee, right? And I'm not saying being an employee is a bad thing. Right? We all got to get to where we want to go. And if you love what you do, and if it's your work, if it's your gift, if it's your God-given work, then work. But a lot of people just do the job, right? And what is the job? Just over broke. We do just enough not to get fired, and they pay us just enough not to quit, right? Everyone's complaining about something at work, whether it's money, whether it's the time, whether it's, vacation, whether it's somebody's always complaining. So the key is this: if you're complaining about what you got, why not try to do something different? See, I believe in the network marketing industry so much because I believe that there's maximum potential, right? There's no ceiling. There's no roof on what you're able to make or what you're able to do if you're willing to change, to grow, to become the leader, to understand the program, to understand the products, to do the things that you need to do, but be willing to sacrifice your results in order to help other people get results too. See, Zig Ziglar always says it, in order to get, or if you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want in return, right? To much is given, much is required. See, so I'm going to be transparent with you for the next few minutes, okay? I'm going to be very transparent with you for the next few minutes, and then I'm going to be gone because I want you to think, If you're not where you want to be right now, if you're currently not where you want to be, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in business, whether it's in your finances, whether it doesn't matter. If you're not where you want to be, what, how, and who are you going to lean into to help you get over that mountain, to get through that door, to overcome these obstacles, these objections, whatever you're dealing with, right? So I want to say this is number one, is in order to be a person of transformation is you need to be downright intentional in everything you do. Are you intentional when you wake up in the morning? Are you intentional in your relationships? Are you intentional with your job? Are you intentional with the works you do? Are you intentional with the business that you serve? Are you intentional with the people you serve? Do you have intentionality? I call it the law of intentionality. Are you practicing the law of intentionality in everything you do? You have to ask yourself that. See, too many people have been lied to. They tell you, just do this, just do that, just do this. You have so many people that say you have to be this. In order to be successful, you got to have that car. In order to be successful, you got to have that house. In order to be successful, you got to sell yourself online. In order to be successful, you got to do this. So therefore, I step back and I sit and I watch, especially when you have people on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook that literally are chasing materialism. They're chasing other people results. See, the key is this: find somebody who has the results you want and seek guidance from them. Don't seek their lifestyle. Don't seek how they got. Seek the results they have and how they got there. But you got to be careful because most people, listen, if you're chasing and following people that are selling themselves for a quick dollar, this is the sad thing is that you're going to have to continue to sell yourself for a quick dollar or else you lose it all. See, why not be honest now? Why not find out who you are now? Why not find out what you're willing to do and who you're willing to serve now? Most people want to serve self. Most people want to serve their own selfish desires. Most people will never get the results that they want, which isn't just about money, guys. This isn't just about money. This is about creating something bigger than yourself. This is like for me, it's about creating a team of people who are winning, people who are told they couldn't, people who were shown that they weren't going to amount to nothing, people who are single parents, people who are financially struggling, people who don't have a high school education, a college education, people who are doing things to feed their family. See, I want to create a winning organization of people of all levels from all backgrounds that are flat out winning. And how do you do that? You have to build people from within. You have to let people know that they're okay with who they are, that there's some things that we need to change. There's some growth that needs to happen. There are some things that we need to get through. There are some learning and there's some curves that we must get around. See, most people are not where they want to be because of some of the traumas, because of some of the setbacks, because some of the things that they have to endure their whole life, right? See, me, I'm one of them. I've suffered many things, but I'm here to tell you, you are not a product of your past. You have been lied to when people tell you you can't. You have been lied to when people tell you that you shouldn't. You have been lied to when people that don't got the results that you want are feeding you garbage into your life. Stop listening to them. If people do not have what you want, if people are not going in the direction that you want, why the hell would you listen to them anyways? Why would you listen to them? Not everybody. Look, you got to seek those who are willing to guide you. Seek those. See, the most phenomenal thing about me is I was able to get involved in network marketing and I was able to pay my price and invest my price and then get coaching from multi-millionaires who have big organizations, huge, phenomenal. Look, not everybody's the same, but the people that I found myself with were great men, great women, great relationships. They had absolutely just these phenomenal auras about them. You know what I mean? Like when they were around the presence, people wanted to be around them because they were encouraging, they were edifying, they were uplifting, they were loving, right? And they gave you this confidence in yourself that you could make it too. See, in the workforce and the job era, I don't see that much. I don't see that much. I don't know if you do. Some of us work for great companies, right? So I'm gonna retract a little bit because I really don't want to spend I don't want to spend too much time. I just wanted to come and I wanted to tell you, who told you that it wouldn't work? Who told you had to be like that woman that's or that man that's you know disrespecting themselves on social media to get a like? Who told you that you had to use that language? Who told you you had to dress like that? Who told you you had to think like that? Who told you that material things will make you feel better? Who told you what success was? Who told you that success was all about the money? Who told you success was all about the crowd you run with? Who told you that? Like, what are the lies that you've been told for so long that has really ruffled your feathers? Many people have quit the networking industries because of the lies that they've been told. See, I'm not one to tell you that you can make $1 million, even though you could. I'm not one to tell you that you could be financially free, even though you could. I'm not one to tell you that you could be retired from your job in 12 to 18 months, even though you could. But what you have to understand that nothing is given to those who aren't willing to work. See, you have been lied to if you listen to those people who tell you, just do this, just do that. No, I'm going to tell you, in order to get any type of maximum results in your life, you got to be willing to change. You got to be willing to look at yourself in the mirror, tell myself, am I intentional with the things that I think? Am I willing to set apart and set aside so that I can become who I need to become? Or am I just going to run free fall? Am I going to keep following the latest trends? Am I going to keep chasing, this company and that company, and I'm going to company flop and I'm going to friend flop and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that? And you never stay in one place long enough where you can actually get some wins under your belt. See, sometimes people are just afraid to succeed. Sometimes people are just afraid to get results. Sometimes people are so freaking stubborn they want to prove you wrong by not doing anything. I don't know who has experience and who doesn't, but I'm here to tell you. I'm watching what we're doing as an organization. I'm watching people win. I'm watching people who don't have a huge following, who do things the right way, who build relationships the right way, who aren't chasing every single stinking dollar. Watching people who have no experience get victories. I'm watching people who are new, who are broken, who are learning how to be whole again. They're being fixed from the inside and they're getting results. They're building. Listen, the one thing, look, I'm stubborn like a mule too, Melissa. I am so stubborn. Oh, man. Melissa, I've been very transparent. I'm stubborn. You guys can ask Sarai. Don't really ask her though, because if she tells you, I'll be mad at her. But I am literally so stubborn. I'm stubborn as a mule myself. But I'm starting to learn something. I'm starting to watch something, right? And this is what I was doing. This is what I was struggling with, because I do have a coaching business, right? And I do podcast, and so I'm doing all this stuff, but I was never narrowing my focus on really, like, how can I serve people the most? And I started to watch what was going on in my team, and I'm just specifically speaking on my company, right? And I'm watching and I'm learning so much, because what I'm doing is I'm starting to understand, what do I really stand for? Who do I really want to be? What kind of legacy does Raymond want to live? And really, my ultimate goal is to serve people. My ultimate goal is to leave a legacy for my family and to help other people break the curses of whatever, whether it's relationships, whether it's their families, marriages, whether it's addiction, whether it's finances. How can I help break those curses and leverage to leave legacies for families to come? So I started to watch people. I started to watch our organization, like, every month have a better month. Every like, people were getting excited. And I was like, what am I missing? You know what I was missing? I was trying to keep myself busy with doing everything that everyone else was doing. I'm watching all these motivational speakers and I'm comparing myself. Well, why ain't I having those results? I'm listening to all these coaches that are starting these courses and all these things. And I'm like, why ain't I starting a course? And then I'm listening and I started to really narrow it down. And I'm like, you know what? Because I'm so focused on why I don't have, and I stopped focusing on why other people, how I could help other people. And when I really tuned it back down and I saw, you know what? This team that I'm on, this company that I'm with, the industry that I'm in, I can help 100 times the people because everyone wants something different. Everybody's looking for something different. And there is an opportunity to serve all of them in one place. I can't say who's going to do it and who's not going to do it. But when I can say if they're willing, if they're coachable, if they're looking, if they're ambition, then I'm telling you right now, you can win. Now, the win is up to you. Do you want to win big or do you want to win small? See, I don't tell people that you can have this immaculate lifestyle because not everybody needs that. I don't need to be a millionaire, right? But I need to help other people. And I need to understand that the lies that these people, man, you don't got to do what they do on social media. You don't have to follow the tracks that they followed. You don't need the cars that they need to be popular. You don't need the homes and stay in the places that they do. You don't need to go on a vacation every other day and post pictures of yourself in these elaborate clothes and all these things. You don't need that. If that's what you want to do, go for it. I'm not going to knock you for it, but stop following the people that are telling you you need to do this, that, and the other, and start to ask yourself, what do I want? What am I looking for? How am I going to live my best life? And stop letting other people lie to you about what your best life looks like. They don't walk in your shoes. They don't live in your home. They don't drive in your driveway. They don't do anything for you but talk. It's all nonsense. And if you keep listening to the people who don't live in your shoes, then you're going to find yourself falling short every day. What are you chasing? What are you pursuing? Are you pursuing the false life that these people live? Listen, I know some of the most wealthiest people, right, that live the most miserable lives because they have trapped themselves in a lie of who they are. See, and the problem is when you trap yourself in a lie, then you got to remain to live in a lie. See, I go on these social media things. Look, and especially if you have young children, who are the ones that they're copying? Who are the ones that they're idolizing? Who are the ones? See, me, I put Christ center in everything. God is number one to me. Christ first, foremost, like that's me. So, hey, what does it look like to you? Who are you looking up to? And are they really living the life that you want to live? Do you really know anything about them? Or are you just seeing the bull crap that they put out there? See, we have to start pursuing what we want our life to look like, and stop pursuing the things that lives look like. You don't need what they have in order for you to be happy. You need to develop your own destination. What 2021 is right around the corner, right? I'm going to give you, here's a couple tips, and then I'm going to be gone. Right? I'm drinking this coffee. Whew, man, this coffee's weird. I know it's tea. I'm sorry, it's tea. But we already talked about the law of intentionality, right? The law of intentionality, right? Be intentional. Practice the law of intentionality, right? That's right. Chase what you want, not what others have. Great point, Melissa. What I want you guys to understand this, right, is we are in the biggest growth period of our time. Why? Because our products are relevant. Our products are helping people's health and wellness, right? At all different levels. Our team is growing because we're serving people at the utmost maximum capacity that we could. We're growing a winning organization, people who want to be involved with something. The leadership is incredible. I studied leadership. I've been in multiple businesses. I've studied, I've done my homework. Leadership is one of the most important traits for me. And when I see leadership, I know leadership. And I watch people, I observe people, right? And that's important. A winning organization has got to have great leadership. It's got to have a great system. When you can take relevant products, when you can take a great organization, leadership that's helping other people win, and you put a system that is duplicatable and it helps other people win that have no experience, and it helps them to gain the wins faster than I've ever seen before, then you got to start to ask yourself. You got to start to really believe yourself, like, I have found a home and I'm helping other people find a home themselves. I don't have the genie ability to help people get what they're not willing to work for. But if people are looking, if people are ambitious, if people are coachable, then you can run down right you can run for the rest of your life, right? See, this is another thing, is, do you have a life plan? Do you have a plan that you have set out and written out? Commit to it. Commit to your life's plan. Commit to your goals. Commit to yourself. See, people are going to tell lies about you. They're going to tell you lies all day long. They're going to tell you why it can't work. They're going to tell you why you won't work. They're going to tell you why you can't do it. They're going to tell you why your mama couldn't do it. They're going to tell you, look, it's all lies. And a lot of the times is because they weren't willing to do what it takes. They weren't willing to run the race. They weren't willing to do and commit to their life's plans. They weren't willing to be intentional. So when they see you doing it, they don't want you to do it, because you know why? It's going to prove to them that it works. So stop letting other people steal your dreams because they're lying to you about why you can't do it. And you go out and make it happen so you can give them the belief that maybe if they wouldn't have quit, they could do it too. Right? See, I'll be dang if I let somebody else get me to quit. I'll be dang if I let somebody else feed me their crybaby story. Right? I'll listen to anybody. I'll listen to everybody, but I'm not going to let anybody hold me down. Look, we got to believe that every day is a new day, and every day we wake up is an opportunity for us to be the best that we can be. What does it look like to you? And are you allowing people to steal that day from you? Are you allowing people to steal it from you? Stop letting people steal your days. Stop giving people the power in your life to get you from doing what you say you want to do. I don't care what business you're in. I will never tell anybody that business won't work. Because if you're willing to work it, and I'm not going to tell anybody that you're going to do X, Y, and Z if they're not willing to work. See, there's some things that you need to learn in order to get to where you want to go. But I'm not going to tell you it won't work. I'm going to ask you, are you willing to work? Are you willing to change? Are you willing to grow? Are you coachable? Are you looking for a different path? Are you ready to be ambitious? Are you, look, this is an important thing, right? What are your core values? What are your core values? Do you even know your core values, right? See, I build everything I do off 3 pillars of life. I call it my 3 pillars of life. And I call it the kingdom, I call it leadership, and I call it transformation. And it's love, and it's lead, and it's grow. And every day I ask myself, how am I moving the kingdom? How am I leading people? And how am I transforming and growing in my own life? Because if I'm not growing in my own life, if I'm not constantly stretching myself, how can I help those in my team? How can I help those people win if I'm not willing to win? How am I going to help people get results if I'm not willing to get results? I got to be willing to do twice the work to get half the results so my team can see someone who's willing to lay it all on the line. See, you got to ask yourself, this life that I've been given, the things that are in front of me, am I willing to give it everything I got? What are my core values? Do you have your core values written out in front of you? Do you know what you're aiming for? Are you willing to commit to the things that you said you wanted? See, again, we have to stop letting these people that have sold themselves, that are doing it the wrong way, tell you how you need to do it, how you need to sell yourself, how you need to get. Look, some of us just gonna have to grind other. I'm not gonna go out here and do inappropriate, unexcusable things. No. If you want to do that, like, that's on them. But the other things is I'm not gonna follow them. I'm not gonna let them. You can go get all the cars you want. You can go have all the drinks you want. You can go to every phenomenal club that you want to go to. You can dance with every famous person. You can whatever you want to do. That's not the lifestyle that I want, right? I want people to change from within. That's the transformational process. If I can't help you, see, money doesn't fix your broken home. Money doesn't fix the fact that you were molested as a child and you never dealt with it. Money doesn't fix the fact that, you know what? I was abandoned as a child. I've suffered with addiction. Money doesn't fix those things. I don't care what all these top gurus say. I don't care what they say, right? If you can't change yourself, if you can't transform yourself, and that is a growing process, you do not know what you look. You don't know what success looks like until you become the person you need to be to see what success looks like. But it's a growing process. What are your core values? Have you committed to your life's purpose yet? Then I want to tell you, are you disciplined enough? Do you have the self-discipline? Do you have the discipline in order to get where you want to go? Stop trying to think what other people need. See, what I learned a long time ago, when I got involved in the network industry, I started to learn this. People were making excuses. Well, my upline's not helping me. Well, my upline's not doing this. Well, you know what? My mentor told me, you're the upline. Stop waiting for somebody to give it to you and you go out and you make it happen and you help other people in the process, right? We got to stop waiting for something to happen, and we got to be willing to discipline ourselves until it happens, which means we're consistently doing the daily tasks in order to make it happen. Don't just have faith, be willing to do the work, because faith without works is dead. Have the faith and do the works. And over time, you will start to see the sky crack open. Things will start to change for you. Are you willing to do what it takes in order to get what you said you wanted, right? Structure your life. I said this yesterday. You need to be willing to structure your life, or someone's going to structure it for you. See, when I got involved in network marketing, right? I was broken. I was depressed. I wanted to drive my car off a road. Like, I can't even tell you, I was so lost at almost 35 years old because I just felt like, is this it? Is this it? And then, boom, I got introduced to this industry that changed my life forever. Why? Opportunity. We all got obstacles. The difference is do you have opportunities that outweigh the obstacles? But more people look at the obstacles and they get caught up in the comparison game, and they get caught up in this, well, look what this person's doing. And if I just try to do what they're doing, maybe I can get success too. Look, I'm telling you right now, you have been lied to. If you think that you got to do what somebody else is doing to get what they have, you're wrong. What do you want? What are you willing to do? What's the work that you're willing to put in? What change are you willing to make? What transformation are you willing to do? Are you willing to self-discipline and lead yourself, or are you going to keep waiting for somebody else? I don't know. You tell me, right? The next thing is I just want you to focus on the win. Focus on the win. And I tell you, the WIN, what's important next? What's important next? What's important next? That's what the win is. Stop focusing on next year. Stop focusing on last week. Stop. What's important next? Find yourself a coach. Find yourself a mentor. See, the most greatest thing about network marketing is when you get involved with the powerhouse team is you have mentoring and coaching at your fingertips. But are you willing to be coachable? Are you willing to take what the people who have the results are saying, implement it into your life, and go out and make it happen? Only you are your worst excuse. Only you are your best excuse. Don't put it on anyone else and stop comparing yourself. Put the blinders on. Put the blinders on. Stay in your lane and run the race that was handed for you. And then last but not least, excuse me, when you get involved, right? When people get involved with me, when as we start to run this thing as a team, as we start to build and as we start to grow, as I always say this, you need to focus on the work. You need to focus on what's next and stop focusing on the results. See, when you focus on the results before the work, you can never have results because you're not doing any work. Do the work it takes, right? This is what I want to tell you. When you start to run, it's like this. It's you lose, 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 win. Lose, 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 win. Lose, 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 win, win, win. Lose, 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 win, win. And then eventually it just becomes a win because everything that and I say lose, that doesn't necessarily mean you're losing. But when you're starting off, it feels like a loss. But really they're lessons. A loss is nothing but a lesson. A loss is nothing but a growth lesson. How can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? How can I get better from this? How can I change the results that I have? And eventually everything becomes a win because all you're focused in on is what's important next. How can I get better? How can I help someone else? How can I serve my team? How can I serve those around me? How can I help somebody else win? And that's all we focus on. But if all you're doing is if you're listening to what the lies, right? Man, I can tell you, man, we allow our peers, we allow social media, we allow people that these what do you call them? Reality television, all these different things. We get so caught up in the lies. We get so caught up in this like it's garbage, guys. You've been lied to. You've been lied to. You are authentic. You are who you already need to be. You just got to build that muscle. It's a muscle. Your faith is a muscle. The knowledge that you have is a muscle. But there's something for everyone. There's books, there's audios, there's mentorship, there's coaches, there's guidance, there's systems in place. There's everything that you need to be successful. The key is are you willing to search it out? Are you willing to do what it takes? Or are you just going to be another person who says it doesn't work and why it doesn't work when all you need to do is try again? Stop letting people lie to you. Stop letting people steal your cookies and cream ice cream. Stop letting people take your resort money. If you believe in something and you got people who believe in you, then run your race. Run your race. Find a team you can run with. Find products and services that you believe in that are relevant in today. Find a system that helps you build yourself, grows yourself, and leverages something that's bigger than yourself. and run the play. Run the stinking play. You have been sold a lie. If you believe it, then you can see it, then you can definitely go out and achieve it. But are you willing to run the play? I just want you to understand, right? Coming into 2021, there was a couple weeks left. It's about to be Christmas time. You know, we're in a time right now. Look, heck with this time. Heck with what's going on. It sucks. It's a burden to everybody. People are losing loved ones. I get it. But life ain't going to stop. You think life's going to stop? No, it's going to punch you again. And if you hide from it, it's going to find you and punch you again. And it's going to keep punching you till you either give up or you fight back. So my question to you is, are you willing to fight back? Or are you willing to soak in the lies that you've been told of why you can't make it, why you can't succeed, why you have to do what everyone else is doing, why you got to be like them, and and the only way to success is to do it this way? Absolutely not. Who are you? Who do you want to be? You like fishing? You could teach people how to fish, right? You like business management? Then start figuring out how you can help people in their business. You love serving people? Where can you go serve people at? Stop waiting for something. Stop waiting for somebody. Stop waiting for handouts and be willing to step out, because you will be rewarded for the works that you do. You will be rewarded for the service that you provide. You will be rewarded. And everybody else will look at you and tell you blah, 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 blah. Lie, 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 lie. Stop letting people feed you their demons. Stop letting people feed you their spit. Stop letting people feed you their garbage. If you got a dream, if you got a destination, if you got goals, if you want and are trying to establish, if you want to go on a vacation every month, if you want to buy that car, if you want to buy a new home, if you want to invest in real estate, whatever you want to do, find who you can learn from, be willing to do what it takes, what they did, and go get it done. And when everyone comes to you and tells you why and how and what and this and that and gives you their opinion and say do this and say do that, you put your blinders on, you stay in your lane, and you go make it happen. That's it. Anyways, I know I got way off task. I got way off. I hear so much going on right now. Listen, lost for long. I lost for years. I wish you guys could understand. I lost for years. One thing I told myself a long time ago is I would never quit. Right? And finally, for the first time in 6.5 years, things are just, they're different. Things are different. But it starts with ourselves. There's some things that we all need to learn. There's some things that we need to get rid of. We all have some baggage. And when you start to manifest, right, and you start to have this positive thinking, and you start to have this energy and this aura about you that I'm going to win no matter what I do and where I go, you have to understand that there's some changing that needs to be done with you. And like, you can't have anger. You can't have bitterness. You can't have self-doubt. You can't put other people down. You always have to be in a place of, man, I can't wait. I'm already seeing myself. I already see it happening. It's already there. I've already manifested it. And watch things change for you in your life. So with that, guys, I'm going to get off of here, right? I read this. I want to share this with you. And this is written by John Maxwell. John Maxwell says, we live in an age of tolerance where protecting feelings is more valued than proclaiming the truth. People look with suspicion upon anyone who desires to influence others to embrace their beliefs. I want to encourage you to buck the popular opinion. As Thomas Jefferson proclaimed, in matters of fashion, swim with the current. In matters of conscience, stand like a rock. Man, I tell you right now, people influence people in the negative all the time. People are always willing to influence people in the negative direction so they can get the likes, so they can get this, so they can get that, and never give back. Why don't you become a person of influence in a positive direction? Become a person of influence that puts other people first. Become a person of influence that truly wants to see other people win. Become a person of influence. You have influence because you're an encourager, because you edify, because you lift up, because you help and you serve and you build and you love and you grow and you change. Be that type of influencer. Don't be an influencer that sells yourself for every nickel and dime. Don't be an influencer that just works on material things, but you never help that relationship. Stop selling people a bag of goods. Be who you were designed to be. Be who you were called to be. And if you need help, you know where I'm at. I love each and every one of you. I hope you guys got something out of it. I know it's just kind of was a crazy conversation tonight because I just been watching and seeing. I'm an observer. I observe. And then I talk to people and I listen. Look, I listen to what people say. Thank you so much, Melissa. Can you tell? I think I'm going to bed soon. I'm not going to lie. So thank you very much. But when I talk to people, when I reach out to people, I can see that their thoughts are not their own thoughts. I can see that they have been swindled. I can see that they have been hurt. I can see that they have been lied to. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And I'm sorry if people have done that to you. I don't run that way, right? I don't sell false lies. I speak truth. And my team knows that. The people I run with know that. And I'm not the fastest person in the world, nor do I really stinking care, right? Because my goal is slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. When the growth happens, when the exponential growth happens, awesome. Why? Because I did what I said I was going to do. I was who I said I was, and I helped who was willing to be helped. So with that, guys, you have a blessed night. Thank you, Melissa. Good to see you, sis. We got snow here, so if anybody wants to come shovel, actually, I'll do that tomorrow. But I love you guys. I hope you guys got some value out of it. If you guys are looking for something, if you guys are just interested, man, hit me up. Because 2021 is going to be an amazing year. There are going to be some families that are changed. There are going to be some lives that are changed. And it really is. A lot of it is overcoming these limiting beliefs, destroying some of these traumas so we can start to develop who we were designed to be, so we can go out and help those that we were designed to help. So with that, guys, you have a blessed night. Stay warm. I know I'll try.